seconds and counting.
I have just returned from the first day of Open Texans training camp, and so I was going to go over some little things that I saw today that were very interesting, and just some of the little tidbits because there was a lot to take in for the very first day. So with them starting today, they're still not in pads, which is normal for this point, but I thought there was a lot of interesting things that happened. So let's start off with obviously CJ Stroud. He was up and down. He had some very nice throws. He had one to Dalton Schultz that was maybe a 20-yard out, it looked like. It was a very nice throw and catch. And then he had a nice throw to Tank that was some good run after catch. And there was just overall, there was a couple that like could have gone his way that didn't, where it was like a slant to Noah Brown that was like he kind of bobbled, not really bobbled, but it was kind of like defender made a really good play and it was just a tough catch to make. But it wasn't necessarily a bad throw either. There was a deep ball that was a pass interference call that went his way. There was a lot of run plays when he was out there. Overall, he was solid. I mean, he had some very nice throws, but there was one that he made a pretty questionable read. He threw it in a double coverage to Tank, which was a mistake. He's going to make some mistakes, and it's going to happen. So I wouldn't overreact too much to that. Moving on to Will Anderson, I mean, that guy was unbelievable. I don't know if obviously they're not in full pad, so it's hard to really tell how good a pass rush is. But my goodness, he was just all over the place at all times. I mean, he looked like he was just a force. I really do think that we have something with Will Anderson, and I think it's going to be very exciting going forward. Another thing is I think that we could see Scott Quesenberry start at center from day one. Scruggs was playing with the second unit, so we will see what's going to happen with that and who is going to start at center for this team, because that is a big question on this offensive line. Who is going to start at center? Continuing with the offensive line, we saw Kenyon Green out there with the first team. The run blocking looked a lot better today. They were opening up holes for Pierce and Singletary. I thought Keenum looked pretty okay. He made a couple of nice throws. Mills was more underneath stuff, but he did fine. All the quarterbacks looked okay, but they're going to have to the passing offense in general is going to have to improve because this secondary looks locked down, and I think it's going to be. Derek Stingley had a really good day. He was pretty much locked down all day. They didn't go the only times they did go his way, it was incomplete and it didn't work out. John Mechie did not practice today. I think they're just taking it slowly with him, but he was still out there. He was just kind of walking around and just following the receivers around. Another interesting thing, this really doesn't matter, but they did the Pac-Man Jones return drill, and Tank caught 6 of them, like just all 6 in his hands, which was pretty ridiculous. So I don't think anyone can really question his hands. You can question his size, which I somewhat do. I doubt his size, but the hands are going to be there, and he's not going to drop too many passes, I don't think. Other than that, if y'all are planning on going to the training camp, it's a good experience. It was pretty fun. It was just really hot, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. And you're able to get stuff signed, and I was able to meet a couple of the players and stuff, and so you get to watch them practice and everything, and it was pretty fun. So I really think this team is looking up, and it's going to be exciting because with how good Will Anderson looked today, hopefully the trade pays dividends and he can get Defensive Rookie of the Year and just more awards coming forward because he looked very dominant today. Even against guys like Titus Howard, he looked really good. He gets off the ball very quickly. This is one thing that I've noticed about him. He does an amazing job of just like as soon as the ball snaps, he's there. He is unbelievably quick, and that's going to be huge. I think Dameon Pierce is also going to take a step this year. I think Pierce is going to have a big season, and I think they have to have him to have a big season because the receivers are not that great. I thought, what's his name? Tank Dell was probably the best receiver today, I thought. I did notice, though, I think Jared Wayne is going to make this roster. He has been out there a lot. He was out there with the second team a lot, and I think he's going to make this roster. Undrafted rookie out of Pitt. I think he's going to make it. And we'll see if he ends up showing out in preseason, but from everything that we've heard, he's done pretty well in training camp, and I think it's going to continue over to preseason. He's going to look pretty good. building up some chemistry with Case Keenum and Davis Mills and Stroud, who were all out there working with the second team at times. It's going to be interesting because this the quarterback competition is pretty neck and neck. I think they're pretty close, but I do think Stroud has the edge in the terms of like difficulty of throws because he has a much better arm. Well, not a better because Mills has a pretty strong arm, but Stroud is much more accurate downfield, and that helps him out a ton because he can hit some shot plays, even if he's going to make a little bit more mistakes for right now. He has the shot play ability that Davis Mills hasn't really shown very consistently at all in the NFL. As everyone knows, shot plays in the NFL are huge for offense. So to be able to continue to be efficient on offense, you're going to have to hit some shot plays, and I think Stroud is going to be able to do that. Even on days like today where he didn't have his greatest day, he didn't hit the shot play, but he got a pass interference call. And I mean, that works the same as you get the yardage and you get to move forward. You keep moving the ball. So Stroud's going to be fine. I really think he's going to be very good for us. And he also did run again today on a boot. It wasn't a design run at all. He just decided to pull it and take off, which is great to see because I want to see him use his legs, and I think he has to be able to use his legs. So that's about it from what I saw in training camp today, and hoping to do some more of these videos when I attend more training camps going forward. And yeah, this is pretty exciting time for the Texans.